Hey guys, and welcome to another 600 seconds. I am Harrison Mudge from Tool Talk, aka Mr. Tool Talk. And for anyone that was paying close attention at the very beginning of that countdown timer, you might have seen me in the corner just getting everything ready behind the scenes. That's a little Easter egg for anyone that was paying attention. Today I am joined by Jack Knight over from Big Wipes. Jack, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Harrison. Thanks very much. Yeah, as you can see, in the midst of the moment, we've thrown together our Big White studio.
Just
COVID secure.
throwing it together, I see. Just throwing
Yeah.
it together. I've got to give you some big props for the effort that you've taken to really dress the set on this one, buddy. I'm very impressed on that. I think you're on the leaderboard so far. You're number one, but hey, who's keeping score, eh?
It's all for you guys.
Yeah, awesome. So for anyone that doesn't know what Tool Talk is, Tool Talk's the place to go to find the right tools, buy the right tools, and stay on the tools. And what we do is we also help you connect with the very brands that you love. And that's what today is all about. So we've got Jack Knight over from Big Wipes. We have got some of your questions that we are going to put to Jack. We're going to start a timer for 600 seconds or 10 minutes for those of you like me that couldn't work that one out. If you're ready, Jack. Sorry, did I get you to introduce yourself and tell you what you do at Big Wipes?
I'm the T-boy. We'll call it that. The skinny. There we go.
I think they call me something similar, but I think it begins with a C rather than a T. I think I'm not sure about that one.
Good work, I'm sure. Now, I'm the director of UK sales here at Big Whites. That's about all you need to know. Gosh, 600 seconds, not that long. I'm gonna have to not make sure I'm not rambling, eh?
Yeah, well, honestly, mate, it does fly by. I will keep an eye on the clock so you don't have to. If you start eating up into our seconds, though, I will press you to move on. But if you're ready, mate, we shall dive into these and we'll just get started, shall we?
Yeah, I'm ready. Fire away.
Perfect. In 3, 2, 1. James Moore asks, what's the actual difference between the tubs? I buy the red lid ones and nothing else. Seems to work fine, or am I missing a trick?
Okay, this is a great question, and we do get asked this quite a lot. James is buying a great product. It does everything first time, every time, the heavy duty. There may be elements to cleaning applications that he needs the other wipes for. So we'll touch on that now to make sure that he isn't missing a trick. So heavy duty, yellow tub, red lid, you've got the blue fabric inside, you've got a textured side on one side, a smooth side on the other. The abrasive side grabs the dirt and shifts it. It's a high adhesion quad fabric. So it grips the dirt, it grabs it, and it removes it faster than any other wipe on the market. So we describe this product as best for cleaning your hands. Then you've got the multi-surface. Now that is the yellow tub with the green lid with the white fabric inside. Now the white fabric, this is made from something called natural viscose, which comes from pure pulpwood fibers, which is basically plant extracts. Makes the wipe super absorbent, so fantastic for cleaning surfaces, but you've probably already guessed it from its derivatives and the color of the lid. Biodegradable. Throw this wipe on the compost heap and it'll biodegrade like an orange peel or a banana skin. So you've got red top for hands, green top for surfaces and biodegradable. Then you've got the black top. This is your everyday lighter duty cleaning product. So it's the same on both sides. It doesn't have a textured side. It's made from a 3-layered non-woven quilted power fabric. So it's very strong and tear resistant and lint free. But it doesn't come with the abrasive side like the heavy duty, so it won't clean your hands quite as quickly, and it's not got the super absorbent qualities that the multi-surface has, so maybe not quite as absorbent when cleaning surfaces. But when it comes to using water-based paints, oil, grease, more lighter duty grime, your multi-purpose is fine.
Awesome. This next one from Chris, this was actually more of a statement made over on Facebook, but I think it's a good opportunity. He said he heard Big Wipes now kills COVID. And I guess you guys have just received a new, is it a classification? Do you want to dive into the, I made a note of it because I knew I'd forget it. Is it the EN14476? Can you tell me a bit about what that actually is?
Yeah, spot on. As you can probably see from our antiviral shield behind us, we have been now accredited to the EN14476 standard. Saying that Big Wipes now kills COVID is very top line, and I should just take a second to delve into that because that actually is not true. It doesn't quite make sense. So big wipes have passed the EN 14476 standard, which proves our products to be effective against enveloped viruses. Now, the enveloped virus that causes COVID-19 is something that you guys might have seen on the news. You often see it in conjunction to the EN 14476 number, and it's this SARS-CoV or CoV-2. That is the enveloped coronavirus that causes COVID-19, and that is the virus that big wipes are now certified to kill, along with a whole host of other envelope viruses. So the EN 14476 standard, it's a British biocidal and European biocidal standard, and it's the method, and it's the test method which all biocides, if they display, to prove whether they display antiviral activity. And I'm obviously delighted to say that big wipes are antiviral and antibacterial.
And this is just a personal question for me, actually. Is that something you guys had already been sort of striving towards in the first place, or is this something new that you guys have introduced to the range?
It was something new that came obviously because of the tragic circumstances which started arising last year. We always thought antibacterial was sort of enough, but what people were asking for throughout last year kept changing. So at first they were asking for antibacterial stuff, then they were asking for alcohol solution, higher than 70% by volume. Then they were asking for antiviral, and then it eventually came onto this EN 14476 thing. So as the pandemic meandered and ebbed and flowed, people's requirements, as we started to understand more about it, kept shifting. And at Big Wipes, we had to make sure that we understood the changes, and we made sure that we were going to be able to deliver the accreditations that people needed.
No, like it. And sort of to the note of like everything that's been going on in the world, Jason Hatfield asks, you guys are usually at every trade show. Any plans to do any this year?
I mean, that perfectly leads us on to that question. I mean, the answer is we love trade shows. Anybody that's ever been to Tool Fair or Installer or the roofing show or the plumbing heating show, you name it, paint and decorating, we are usually there, and that's been snatched away from us. And we are equally as upset as everyone else. So yes, we will be there in our usual big, fantastic yellow way, but we just need them to be back on, and then we will be there.
Awesome. Then next question, we've got Gary Williams. He says, not meaning to come across as rude, but why are Big Wipes significantly more expensive than the other wipes on the market? I assume there's a reason.
I love how polite Gary is, not meaning to be rude. No, I really appreciate that. And I'm not going to answer that just straight away saying, oh, you get what you pay for, because that's a bit of a weak, pathetic answer that sort of people wriggle out of. On the front of it, Wipe seems and feels and looks like quite a basic product offering, but there's actually quite a lot of clever technology that goes into these products. So we have a blend of 4 dermatologically tested power solvents. And we use 4 because 4 solvents make sure that our products can clean a wider breadth of modern day construction muck and grime. So whatever you're coming up against, Big Wipes can tackle no problem. We also have a blend of skin conditioners, aloe vera, vitamin E, lanolin, and glycerin to protect and nourish your hands in there. Because ultimately, this is a product that you're going to be using all day, every day to get muck and grime off your hands. So there's no use in it being filled with alcohol. There's no use of it being filled with lots of harsh chemicals that are going to aggravate your eczema or cause dermatitis. So we have to think of all these things. If you've ever cleaned your hands with a cleaning solution that's got high alcohol percentage in it, how does it make your skin feeling? Really dry, really sore, and then it can cause complications. So there's no artificial preservatives. They're antibacterial and they're antiviral. There's no parabens. And then you've got the fabrics. So you've got the high adhesion quad fabric in the heavy duty with the closed cell technology that doesn't re-release the grime once you've cleaned your hands, which is really clever. You've got the biodegradable wipe, which is super absorbent. Those pure pulpwood fibers, they're not easy to come by. They cost a bit more than the standard fabrics. But if you are looking for a value option, it's the black top you're looking for. Great fabric. The formula is the same, but it is just a little bit cheaper than the 2 premium graded products. So that, if you're looking for something cheaper, black top.
Like it. To be honest, it's mind-blowing how much stuff must go into these things. So I kind of understand that. I appreciate the amount of effort and energy that you guys put into making these wipes. What I want to do, Jack, just before I'm gonna ask you for a product demo, but before I do, I've got one more question. This one was from Franklin Robinson. He says, Is Big Wipes part of a bigger company, or is the only thing you do wipes?
This is another question that we get quite a lot, and as tragic and as sad as it sounds, this is all we do. So people say, oh, you must have a, you must have a production line for cosmetic wipes or face wipes or baby wipes or, whatever. No, just industrial strength cleaning wipes for professional tradespeople in the UK and in Europe and around the world. It's our total focus. 100% of our research development, time and effort, marketing, social media, you name it, goes into developing this very niche, specific range for the benefit of all our valued customers and end users. So, sad and as lame as it sounds, it's just industrial strength wipes.
Fair play. At least you're dominating that side of things, and it shows you really know what you're talking about when it comes to a site wipe. In the last roughly 2 minutes I've got left, Jack, can I get a product demo from you? Can you show me the goods, as it were?
You certainly can. And yes, like you just said, you've got to be the expert at something, and this is our thing. So, carbon black silicon sealant, pretty much one of the worst things you can get on your hands, tools, or your surfaces. And I'm not just going to put it on there without rubbing it in. I'm going to rub it in as well. So that's a really, where's the camera? There it is. That's a really nasty mix. And it's a good job this is via video link because this absolutely stinks. You can smell the citric acid, the vinegar in it, okay? Then you've got over here oil-based high gloss. Okay, so this is trade paint. So this is much harder to remove than water-based paint or emulsion. And in keeping with company, the corporate colours, obviously we've gone for yellow, and I'm going to rub it as well. Goodness me, that's created quite a mess. And I want to make this a real challenge. So this is graphite grease. Okay, so I'm putting that in there. So a mix of pretty much the worst industrial grind you'd be misfortunate enough to get on your hands. What wipe would you use for this? It's on your hands, so you're going to use heavy duty. Yellow tub, red lid with the blue fabric inside. I'm going to take that rough side and I'm going to put it face down on the area that I want to clean. And immediately the fabric and the solution are working together to try and get that grime off my hands. And with big wipes, it's not a question of will it get it all off. It's just a question of how quickly. That was about 3 seconds. Now I spoke about closed cell technology in the fabric. And this is what I mean by that. So even though all the grime is on that fabric there, you think, God, that can't possibly clean anymore. And if I wipe everything else, it's just going to transfer the dirt. But look at this. No matter how hard I try and transfer the grime back onto my hand, it doesn't re-release it. You can never make more of a mess than you've already made. So I often think that is equally as impressive as the first part of the demo, where you're getting the grime off, and then I can just keep cleaning in between my fingers, no problem at all. And I wasn't even using the textured side of the fabric on that hand. And I got that for free.
Perfect. That was an amazing. I honestly can't believe I actually had to use some sealant at home the other weekend, and it was an absolute nightmare. Wish I'd have had some big wipes then. Jack, thank you so much for this 600 seconds, buddy. Have you got any final pieces you want to say now to our lovely viewers? We've got some people in the comments just saying hi. We've got Peter Little says hi. Tommy Dingwoods, apologies if I missed. Dingwoods, apologies. I'm terrible at last names. And then we've got Ian Winnard saying he uses a lot of these. Some big love in the comments, mate. Any final words before we go?
No, hello to all those chaps here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, Harrison. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm delighted to hear that Ian chap goes through a lot of them. He's helping to pay my mortgage. You can keep doing that, Ian. You need that. Yeah.
Well, he actually mentioned, and I'm not sure, Ian, if you caught earlier on, but he says, how easy are they to the environment to break down after use? And if my memory serves, it's the black, is it the green or it's the green one, right?
The green one, yes. So the formula in the fabrics is biodegradable, the actual cleaning formula, but the actual fabric in the green one is biodegradable. So the actual compostable unit, the actual white piece of fabric is. The tubs and the lids are 100% recyclable at the roadside. The plastic's very easy to recycle. So where we can be, we're massively, respectful to the environment. We do try and change our ways. Here at Big Wipes office, the roof is covered in solar panels at the warehouse. Company cars are all electric. The list goes on. So we do our bit where we can. In terms of the compostability of the multi-surface wipe, which Ian sort of pressed me on. 6 weeks, depending on the temperature and the environment in the compost. These things can always be done in faster or slower depending on the environment. So a lot of the time it depends on temperature, but in perfect temperature, between 6 and 8 weeks, providing the unit's not contaminated with other hazardous waste, which would mean it would have to go in the normal hazardous waste bin or the skip and not on the compost heap.
Awesome, amazing little bonus question there. Guys, if you've got any more questions you want to put to Big Wipes, head over to the Tool Talk app, search Big Wipes and just ask your questions on the brand. But on behalf of Jack and myself, thank you for joining us for this 600 Seconds With, and we will see you next time for 600 Seconds with Weir. Cheers, Jack.
Cheers, thank you.
Take care, guys.